Oasis Audio presents Classic Starts, Anne of Avonlea. Retold from the Lucy Maud Montgomery original by Kathleen Olmsted. Read for you by Rebecca K. Reynolds. Chapter 1. An Irate Neighbor. It was a warm, sunny day in August. A light breeze was blowing, and there was not a cloud in the sky. A slim 16-year-old girl with serious gray eyes and long auburn hair was sitting on the front steps of a farmhouse on Prince Edward Island. Anne Shirley was reading a book of poetry. She had been saving the book for a sunny day, but now that she was enjoying the lovely breeze and the poppies blowing in the yard, she lost all interest in it. This was a day better suited for dreams. The heavy book of poetry fell to her feet as Anne's mind wandered to the new school year. She was about to start her new job as the teacher at Avonlea School. She imagined a time in the future, 40 years or so, when a former student would return for a visit. In her dream, Anne could not decide if this student would be a college president or a member of the Canadian Senate. She only knew that he would be very successful. He would return to Avonlea to thank his old teacher and tell her that he never would have been so successful if it weren't for her devotion and hard work. Suddenly, Anne's pleasant dream was disturbed by a Jersey cow trotting into the yard. Immediately following the cow was Mr. Harrison. He was their new next-door neighbor. Anne had never met him, although she had seen him a few times. Actually, very few people had met Mr. Harrison, even after several months in Avonlea. Those who did know him called him a crank. Mr. Harrison burst into the yard and stomped toward Anne. "What is the meaning of this?" "Excuse me," Anne said, standing up and placing her hands on her hips. Anne had already heard stories about Mr. Harrison. Mrs. Lynde had visited his house and said it was a mess. He only washed his dishes on rainy days. He never swept the floor. He ate his meals at strange times. Then, to top it all off, he had a pet parrot. No one in Avonlea had ever had a pet parrot before. "I'm sorry, Mr. Harrison," Anne said sharply. Unfortunately, Anne had quite a temper, and she thought he was very rude for bursting into her yard without even a hello. "I don't understand what you're talking about." "That cow." He pointed to the cow still standing in the front yard. "This is the third time I've found your Jersey cow in my oats. Where is your aunt? I want to speak to her right away." "If you mean Miss Marilla Cuthbert," Anne said sternly, "she is not my aunt. She and her brother Matthew were kind enough to take me in from an orphanage when I was young. And no, Miss Cuthbert is not at home. She is visiting a sick relative." "Then who will deal with this cow?" Mr. Harrison shouted. "She's eating all my oats." "I will deal with the cow," Anne said. "She belongs to me, not Miss Cuthbert. And I think this problem might be solved if you took better care of your fences." "You have some nerve, young lady. My fences are fine, and no red-headed youngster will tell me otherwise." "Red-headed?" Anne was furious now. "I have auburn hair, not red, and I'll have you know that I would rather have red hair than no hair at all." Mr. Harrison's face grew bright with anger. "I am sorry to be rude," Anne said. "I should try to be considerate and imagine your side. It must be difficult to find a cow in your oats. Thankfully, a good imagination is one of my strengths, but it is difficult to have a good imagination when someone is so rude." Mr. Harrison was about to speak, but Anne cut him off. "Thank you for your visit, Mr. Harrison," she said. "I will make certain that Dolly is locked in our yard."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?